Today we're here at Marchant Chevrolet in beautiful Ravenel, South Carolina, just 15 minutes from Charleston, South Carolina. Now right here behind me is the 2018 Chevy Tahoe Premier two-wheel drive. Stay with us. We're going to get in depth and take a look at this amazing American full-size SUV, see what the features are, what the price is, and just everything great about it. Let's go ahead and get started. So under the hood of this beautiful vehicle is a 5.3 liter V8 Ecotec with a 6-speed automatic transmission. This motor has plenty of power to get the job done and get you out on the highways safely when in traffic or even pulling out on the interstate and you need to get up to speed real quickly. So the V8's been around a while. The Tahoe's been rocking the 5.3 liter V8 for many years. Let's go ahead and test out one feature I absolutely love on the Tahoe, which is the remote start. All you have to do to remote start the vehicle is just hold this button down for 5 seconds. And it's cranked up. Now there's many great features that the Chevy Tahoe offers for you. And you know, one thing we're going to talk about right now is the exterior of the Tahoe. You know, it's been around for over 20 years now. It's absolutely gorgeous. First off, your rims on this vehicle are 20-inch in size. Great looking wheels. You can't go wrong with 5 stars with a good looking Continental tire. Also on the vehicle, right here, when you want to actually get inside the Tahoe and open that door, you have power retractable side steps. So just open up the door and they come right out. Great feature. When you're inside and you open up the door, they will retract and come back out for you. So that's a great feature to have. Also, it sits up nice and high off the ground so you can see and feel like the captain of the road. Now, if you decide to want to shut off the remote start because you're maybe not going to drive or go down the road, all you have to do is just hold this button down for about 5 seconds again, and it will shut the Tahoe right off. Now, the key has a lot of great features, and remote start is definitely one of them. Of course, you do have keyless entry by hitting those buttons there, but Chevrolet also gives you these controls down here, so you got a power tailgate feature. So that opens up real nice and wide, and actually your power tailgate can be a height adjusted, so depending on how high you want it to go or how low or whatnot, depending on how tall or short the person is, you can control that right there. Let's take a look at a few other features that it does have. But before we do that, let's drop this back down, hit this twice. You can lower it down right there with the remote or press a button on the inside of the vehicle. Another great feature that the Chevy Tahoe also offers is this horn button here. Press that, and if you're out in the parking lot or wherever you're at and you need to find your car, or maybe someone's bothering you and you just want to get them away from you, you can hit that button and it'll make a lot of noise. Now also this button here, hit this twice, opens up this part here. So for quick entry, to throw in the groceries and all that stuff back there, you can just pop that open if you don't want to use the power tailgate to open up the full hatch. Chevy gives you a lot of nice options. Now, if that wasn't enough, using all these buttons and remotes right here on the key, there is a button right back here. And again, you can open it up by doing that. There's a backup camera up under the Chevrolet bow tie, so you can see everything going on. And then again, you have a button here to drop it right back down. Before we do that though, let's take a quick look at back here. Now, here's the thing, folks. With the Chevrolet Tahoe, if you need more room back here when the third row seats are up, you may need to purchase a Chevrolet Suburban. That's the difference between a Suburban and a Tahoe. Is basically the main part is how long the vehicle is, having more storage space behind the third rows. As you can see, there's not a ton of space back here with third rows up. And again, Chevrolet has given you the option in these different buttons here to be able to drop down these seats for even more storage space. As you can see what I'm doing right now, I'm going to press this button here and I'm going to drop that back seat down like so. That headrest will have to be all the way in though for it to actually collapse down completely flat, and we'll go ahead and do that on this one so you can see what I'm talking about. Press that down, hit this button here, down, and then boom, it closes down just like so. And pretty flat really at the end of the day. Now if you want, you can actually fold down those second row seats back there. You have this button here, and watch this. Boom, those are down. Let's do the other side. Hold on, hitting the wrong button. This button here does this side over there. Okay, so And you can bring them back up, as you can see what I'm doing right now. You can bring them up or fold them right back down. But we make sure that's down. There we go, as you can see. So now you have a nice big flat area here. If you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or the store and need to buy something really big like an 80-inch flat screen television, there's a ton of space in the back of the Tahoe. Also, back here in the third row, you can see you have cup holders. There's another button over there. We'll show you what that does in a few minutes here. A little bit of cubby hole space, another cup holder there. You have lighting back there on top for the third rows. You have air vents to keep everybody cool. You even have some little hooks here if you need to hang something. So a lot of nice amenities. You can also purchase a cargo cover to cover this whole area, and that's what this section right here is for. So, you know, around the holiday time or any time of the year, if you don't want people looking through these windows seeing what you have in the trunk, you can do that. So anyways, you want to raise them back up? Well, you can't raise the second row seats up with these buttons, but you can do the third rows just like so. Okay? And again, if you don't want to spend the extra to buy a Suburban, you can just fold down one or the other and have still a good amount of cargo space in the back of the Tahoe. These rubber floor mats definitely come in handy as well. We call them all-season mats in the car business. Pull this up, a little more storage under there, as you can see. And if you're wondering what is actually inside of this little pouch here, there's a net in there. So if you need to kind of put the net in and be able to hold your items down so they don't kind of move all around, like you throw your groceries back here and you don't want your gallon of milk flip-flopping all around the back of the car, you got a netting system to be able to control that. So pretty sweet. All right, let's go ahead and drop down the hatch just like that. And life just got a little bit simpler and nicer for you and your wife. Now, in just a moment, we're going to make our way to the front of the vehicle and take a look at the lighting. But before we do that, I want to show you real quickly, you know, for safety and to help you park your vehicle, you have these parking sensors right here on the back. You have them on the front, and you have a backup camera. And you'll see when we get on the interior in a minute and we put the vehicle in reverse and look at the screen, you'll see how all this stuff comes into play to help you park your Chevy Tahoe. So, let's take a look at the front, right? Beautiful front end on the Tahoe. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving the chrome front grille, the gold bow tie. There's those sensors again. You got fog lights right on the bottom down there, and a beautiful set of headlights. You also have LED daytime running lights that are right through here, which look really nice when coming down the road. And then you got that big projector bulb there to kind of keep everything nice and bright at nighttime. You know, a lot of the time people don't really put into perspective the lighting of a vehicle. And it's so important to actually watch videos of vehicles at nighttime to see how the lighting is on them. Because again, it's important depending on where you live at. If you live in a big city, there's going to be tons of street lights. But if you live out in the country, not so much. All right, so before we start looking at the interior of the Tahoe, let's take a look at our Maroni label and see how pricing and fuel economy and all that works, right? So on this particular Tahoe, again, you got the 5.3 liter V8 Ecotec 6-speed automatic transmission producing 23 mile per gallon on highway, 16 in the city for an average combined of 19 mile per gallon. That's pretty good for a full-size SUV like this. Safety ratings always pay attention to: 4-star overall vehicle score, 5-star on frontal crash on driver and passenger side, which is great. Side crash ratings for front seat and rear seat is 5-star. Rollover is 3-star. Again, rollover, it's an SUV. They are sometimes a little more they could roll over quicker than maybe like a sports car or something like a sedan sitting low to the ground. But again, these are great safety ratings. Now let's take a real quick look at price, right? Because that's always important. A vehicle like this, a Tahoe 2-wheel drive Premier package, always pay attention to options and pricing, okay? Because every vehicle you look at is going to have some different options in here, which make the price start at $62,200 and end up at $71,720. As you can see, this one has a Sun Entertainment Destination package of $29,35, sunroof rear seat entertainment, add 9 months XM satellite radio, power running boards, $1,745 option, okay? $995 for the iridescent pearl tricoat paint on the car. So the paint on this vehicle, this white that's so beautiful and pearlescent and all, it's almost $1,000 option to get that. $895 for adaptive cruise control with forward automatic braking, 8-inch diagonal reconfigurationable. Okay, so again, your forward automatic braking, all that adaptive cruise control, and all these safety features. There are add-ons, $895. You know, right here, the wheels, 20-inch chrome, $400. The trailer package on the back is a $300 add-on. So again, pay attention to the options and pricing, because there's things on this vehicle they're going to add up to make it $71,720. Now, what I can tell you, folks, Marchant Chevrolet, they price all new vehicles for $98 over the factory invoice. So technically, you go from $71,720 to $98 over invoice is $68,754. If there was any incentives or rebates available on this vehicle right now in 2018, they would be listed right here for you. So that's the price right here, plus taxes and tags. There's no dealer admin fees, there's no doc fees, no admin fees, no aspirin needed at all. They call it upfront invoice pricing at Marchant Chevy. Car buying without all the nonsense. That's good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and hop in on the interior of the Tahoe Premier. Before we do that, let's take a look at our door panel here for just a quick moment and see what we have on our door panel, right? Well, first off, for fit and finish and luxury feel and everything, you're getting leather wrapped up onto the armrest, leather right here, and then a little more leather even wrapped up on the top here with the stitching and the wood trim. You have power windows, one-touch settings on all 4 windows, basically meaning you can tap that down or tap it up, and that window will automatically go up and down, so you don't have to hold it. Power mirrors, power door locks, of course, memory seats right here, and a Bose stereo system. So not bad. Let's go ahead and hop in. We also have power seats, power lumbar support, real leather, perforated with the holes in it, lets it breathe and stay cooler, and a good looking leather seat, by the way. I mean, really nice color on the interior. I love how the colors match up so nicely from the white to this brown on the inside. Let's go ahead and hop in and see what we got going on. We'll also look at legroom and headroom and all that good stuff on today's in-depth video. So let's go ahead and close the door. So one thing I can tell you on full-size luxury SUVs like this, when you get inside of the vehicle, it was extremely windy out there today, but when we sat and closed this door, and we're sitting right here right now, this is a really quiet cabin on the interior. So I don't hear as much of the sounds by the road and the cars and the wind as much as I would in maybe other vehicles. And that all has to play in the fit and finish of Chevrolet and how they build these vehicles, the sound deadening inside the doors, and even the big thick rubber moldings that go around all the windows and doors. That keeps it a lot more quieter on the interior of this vehicle. Now, when you have a smart key like this, and I know this may not be the first time you're learning about this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. When you have this smart key, all you have to do is keep it in your pocket or in your purse, and you don't have to ever pull that key out to get in the car at all. You put your hand on the door handle out there, it unlocks. You get inside the car, press a button, and it cranks up, okay? Take a look. It's cranked up just that easy. You know, back in 2008 when keyless, when those smart keys came around, that was probably the most popular thing on the automotive marketplace. I mean, everybody wanted a car that had a smart key because it really became something where it was nice not to have to put the key in the door and unlock or hit the button and all that. Just walk up, get in, crank it up. It made life just a little bit easier.
In demonstration mode, connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
So as you can hear, the vehicle does come equipped with OnStar. The buttons are right here on all General Motors and Chevrolet products. You have a SOS there, OnStar button, and all that good stuff. And OnStar is a great feature to have. You get 3 months of it, basically 90 days free trial of OnStar and XM Sirius satellite radio on your vehicle. So if you want to keep OnStar around after the 90 days ends, just hit that button there and you can call them up and actually pay monthly and keep it around on your vehicle. When you do buy a car brand new from the dealership though, I will let you know your Chevrolet salesperson will go out there in the parking lot with you when they're doing a delivery process, and they will go ahead and hit that button because it's mandatory for them to do that, and actually go over OnStar and go ahead and set your account up right then and there before you leave the dealership and hit the road to go home. All right, so anyways, let's take a look at the steering wheel for just a quick moment. Leather wrapped. I mean, again, the stitching feels great. The leather feels nice. Man, this is really luxury inside the Tahoe. You have all your cruise control, adaptive cruise control. I mean, all kinds of great tech features on this vehicle and safety features. You have a heated steering wheel feature here. Just press that. As you can see, the light came on to warm your hands up while driving in the wintertime. On the right-hand side here, you have your voice command, Bluetooth cell phone system. With MyLink, you can hook that phone up right through this system here and download all your contacts. And that will be a video, future video on the channel that we'll do. Also, you can control the middle screen here with these buttons here. Let's take a quick look and see what we have going on inside the middle screen. Let's get our camera in focus. There we go. And let's press some buttons and see what we can do. As you can see, lots of different things. Timer, there's your tire pressure monitoring system, battery and oil, and just everything you need to do. Fuel range right there. There's a lot of different things. Trip A, trip B. So that's pretty nice. And that right there is nice too, to have the mile per hour right there in the middle for you. Now, if that wasn't enough for you, right up top on the dash there, it's a little tough to see today with the sun being so bright. At least it's tough to see on our camera. There's actually a heads-up display where you can see the mile per hour and adaptive cruise control and a lot of those features right there on the windshield. So you never have to look down all that much. You can look right out that window, pay attention while driving, and use the heads-up or the HUD system, as they say. Now, another feature that's great on the car, and you might not use it all the time, but on the back side of the steering wheel here, there is paddle shifters, okay? Again, they're a little tough to see right now, but right there is a paddle shifter. You can upshift or downshift however you want. Maybe it makes you feel a little sportier while driving your Tahoe Premier. So you got the paddle shifters. There's a lot of stuff inside. The HUD system is controlled right over here. As you can see, it says HUD. So you can do that. You control the lighting of the HUD system, so it's brighter or not as bright. You know, that's going to help out to dim it down a little bit at nighttime when you're driving your vehicle, and brighter during the daytime. Your light controls are right over here. If you ever want to use your fog lights, just press that button down and the fog lights will cut on. Here's your trailer assist, so if you got brake gain and all that, because again, some of y'all will be putting a trailer on the back and towing things and stuff like that. So you got the control there. More buttons here. So let's take a look at some of these buttons here. First off, you'll notice that you got traction control right up on the top left. You got your park assist button there. This button, if you hold that button down, it will disable your power running boards on the outside of the vehicle, or hold it down again to enable them. Adaptive cruise control right over here, and then this will control your pedals down on the floor. Let me show you how that works for a minute. Depending if you're short or tall, you can actually move these pedals. Watch this. See? They're moving closer to me. If you're shorter, in that direction if you're taller. So you really got a lot of great features inside of here. Also, the HUD system right here. There's your controls for the HUD. You can brighten up the HUD system or dim it down depending on day or night. This button here actually moves it up or down depending on how tall you are. So let's see if we can take a look at this for a quick moment. Right now we can't see it, but just a little bit right there, right? So let's go ahead and see if we can move it up. There we go. Now it's up. We can see it a little bit better. Your HUD system is definitely a great feature to have. It'll let you know your mile per hour and some of those great safety features like adaptive cruise control and all that. So there's a lot of different things the HUD system can do. So stay with us on this channel because we will do a in-depth test drive video here in March on the Tahoe Premier. Now, while we're looking, we know the fit and finish is really nice on the steering wheel. You got cruise control, heated steering wheel there. I mean, all kinds of great features on the Chevy Tahoe Premier. You even got voice command. You know, there's so many ways you can hit that button there and say, you know, fan speed up, temperature set to 64 degrees. You know, take me to the mall. There's all kinds of voice commands, over 1,000 voice commands to be exact, over 1,000 commands that you can say. And that's definitely one of those things you're gonna have to take the time to learn if you wanna use them. Also, this button here controls everything that's going on inside of the multi-information display screen. So you can switch them around just like that. You know, your timer, tire pressure monitoring system, remaining oil life, fuel range, trip B, trip A. So a lot of stuff in there, and I love that feature there to be able to see the mile per hour while driving. If you ever wondered where the actual caution lights were located to cut them on, that button is right here to cut your flashers on, as you can see, and cut them back off. Let's take a quick look at our screen here. Lots of different things it does. One of my most favorite features now that they have in 2018 on your Chevrolets is 4G LTE Wi-Fi built in. That's a great feature. Whether you're a business guy or whatever's going on, everybody likes to be able to have a little 4G LTE on their device. Most of our phones already have it hooked in, but if your kids are sitting in the back seats back there and they want to be on their tablets or iPads, now they have Wi-Fi built into the car so the kids can be on YouTube or playing or downloading apps or whatever it is. Or if you want to pop open your laptop for a minute while sitting down in the car and you need to email some clients or whatever's going on, you got the option to do that now inside your vehicle. So definitely enjoy that. You also get 90 days of OnStar that comes already with the vehicle, plus you get 90 days of Sirius XM satellite radio with your Chevy. So enjoy those great features, and after the 90 days is up, if you liked it, go ahead and pay monthly and be able to use them still. Now again, this is a touchscreen display. As you can see, you do have the option of having Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Whatever device you use, you can hook it up right with the car. Text messages, video, navigation, weather, settings, phone, audio. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to use. Just swipe your finger just like you do on a tablet and it moves it all around. OnStar, traffic, shop. There you go. Let's go ahead and hit navigation for just a quick moment. We won't go through every single feature, but as you can see, a beautiful display screen there, and it's a lot it can do. You know, we can go like this and move it around, take it out, however you want. I mean, there's so many great features that Chevrolet's MyLink offers inside of the Tahoe. You got temperatures and all these kind of things. Zoom in, zoom out, destination, menu, resume to, navigation, voice preferences, current location, traffic, map view, 3D view, heads up view, north up view, audio, on or off, day or night mode. So again, there's tons of things. Make sure your Chevrolet salesperson goes over all this stuff with you while you're here at the dealership buying your car. That's always important. Also, radio, you do still have your volume here and menu and home button. Just hit that, it takes us right back there. Did we take a look at the backup camera? Let's have a quick look. Put the vehicle in reverse, you have your guidelines there. The guidelines do move while you're turning the steering wheel, as you can see. This first line is 18 inches from the back bumper. How do I know? I've measured it out. So you got that going on. You do have your shifter right here on the column. Dual climate control right here. Change temperature on either side of the vehicle. AC, all those controls are right here. Chevrolet's done a great job of not having too many buttons. Some vehicles have way too many buttons. Chevrolet has really done a nice job of simplifying things on the interior of the Tahoe. You do have heated seats right there, and you have cooled seats. Blue is an indication of cool. Red's an indication of warm. Not bad. There you go for the rear, so you know what temperature you got going on in the back. Let's take a look in this section right here. Covered up nicely, also leather wrapped. Again, that is the fine details of the Tahoe with the leather and the stitching. But click this right here, opens up. You have a 12-volt outlet right there and 2 USB ports. You'll notice there's not going to be so many auxiliary ports because USB pretty much charges your device and transfers things into the vehicle. And there's a little spot down here to throw change or a pen or pencil or whatnot. Right here is your cup holders. Opens up, nice and deep. We'll hold those cups for you just fine and dandy. If you have a new smartphone that has the capabilities of wireless charging, you can set that Apple or Samsung device right here and it will charge while just sitting there. No more cords at all. Pretty sweet. Big armrest, of course. I love the chrome. I love that. It looks really nice. Fit and finish is great. This is nice and deep. 2 more USBs if 2 over here wasn't enough. 2 up here, 2 there equals 4, and an auxiliary port. So they still give you that little storage here, throwing credit cards in, nice and deep right there as well. You can stick a lot of stuff down in here and pack it up in your car, right? Let's take a look at what's going on above us. Well, like we said earlier, you do have OnStar and an SOS right there for you in case you get in a crash. But you have also LED interior lighting, which is going to be really bright at nighttime. You have sunglass holders right there. Press that down. If you have children, you can see right in the back of the car. And if they're in their car seats, that's a great feature to have as well. I love it. Chevy does a good job. You can open your sunroof by just clicking that. Opens that right up. Pretty simple. Nice and wide. Press it back down like this to close it. And then again, Chevrolet does give you the tilt feature to crack it, to let some of the heat out if you want while the car's parked. And then again, you have this nice little netting here to make sure debris doesn't fly into the car, and that helps with the sound of the wind when you're driving, so it's not so loud. Well, let's take a quick look at headroom and legroom in the front, then we'll go take a look in the back. As you can see, headroom is great. We're good to go. I'm a guy that's 6'1", just fine and dandy. Legroom is great. Plenty of legroom in the front. Not a problem at all, and I don't think you'll have a problem with it in the passenger side either. Let's go ahead and get into the second row, see all the great features back there, and then we'll hop into the third row and see how the legroom and headroom is back there. Yeah. So earlier in the video, we had these folded down using the power buttons in the back of the car. Let's go ahead and put them back up the proper way. All you got to do is just grab right here, and look, that was really simple to do. Now you may be wondering, how do you get into the back of the third row, right? Well, if you got small kids, of course they could just kind of slide right through the middle here, right? But what if you don't have small kids and you need to get a full-size adult back there in the third row? Well, Chevrolet's giving you this button right here, and check this out. Hit that button, drops that right on down. Hold it down again, and look at this. I mean, amazing. And look how big the opening is right here to get back there to the third row. You'll notice inside of Chevrolet, once we sit back here, but let me show you this, how everything kind of starts going up like this, kind of like movie theater seating, if you think about it. In a movie theater, everything kind of goes up like that. Similar right in the back of the Tahoe. Now let's go ahead and get in the back of the Tahoe. So how do we do that, right? Well, there's a handle up top here if you want to grab that. That might make it a little easier for you to get back here. Now we're in the back. Just grab there, fold that back down, pull this back up. And let's go ahead and do this side as well, because I want to get a really good look at the third rows. So again, I'm a guy, I'm 6'1" in height, and we're sitting in the middle right now. Realistically, if I was sitting right over here, this is really tight. So that probably is not going to do too great on a long trip with a guy that's 6 foot tall. Great for kids, but not so much with a full-size adult like myself. Okay? Now also we're going to look at headroom in the third row. Not bad. The way Chevy's done it is they've taken this roof here and kind of cut it up higher right there. So you got plenty of headroom in the back of the Tahoe. That's a plus. You also got lights back here as well, LED and air vents, cup holders, cubby hole spot, another cup holder. Now I'm not seeing any power outlets or any USB ports. Actually, I take that back. Right there. There's a 12 volt right there. So you do got one in the back in the third row. Now, if we want to get back out so we can test out the second row seats, let's see what we can do. What you're going to do is you're going to hit this button again. And then hold it. Actually, hit it one more time. There you go. And it opens up just like that. Pretty sweet. You also notice in today we have a rear entertainment system in the roof line of the Tahoe, which is going to be really nice, especially if you have kids and they want to hook up the Xbox and play some games, however you want to do that. Now, a lot of people have said, why doesn't the Tahoe offer a panoramic glass sunroof? I don't know the answer to that yet, but I do think that's coming in the 2019 body style changes for this vehicle. So that may be something in the future. But again, I don't know the answer to that just yet. So to get out safely, we'll take our right hand, grab here, and just hold on while we're going out. All right, let's go have a seat in the second row. I'm pretty comfortable back here in the second row seat. This is really nice. I really like the captain row seating. It's separated, and it's great for kids. If you got two boys or two girls, or a boy and a girl, it's nice to be able to separate them a little bit so they're not picking with each other so much. So I like the captain row seats. Again, you know, you can get a Tahoe with just one big bench seat in the back. It just really all comes down to what trim level you pick, whether it's an LT, a Premier, and so on. What do you have for features in the back, well, for people sitting in the back here? Well, you do have the armrest, you have coat hangers, another place to grab a hold on to here. You can throw your iPads and tablets or maps in there. You have a cup holder here, power window feature, more cubbyhole space down there. Then right here you have climate control for the second row passengers, 3 ports. You got 2 USBs, an HDMI, an auxiliary. You have a power outlet like you would have in your house, which is a 110 volt, 400 watt max outlet there. Another 12 volt here. Cubbyhole space there. These great maps, or floor mats. And I love that you got these armrests in the back, which make it just even more comfortable. And then again, you have this beautiful entertainment system. It's a nice big wide screen there, and it does have some film over it right now, but let me show you just how nice and clean and crisp that screen looks. And it's a Blu-ray player, which is nice. And it looks like it's even, I'm not sure if it's touch screen, I don't think so, but you got up here, you can push that button to actually see, like that. You have LED lights up there, which is nice on both sides. So not bad at all. It does come with remotes and headphones and all that, so you don't have to stress about not having headphones and a remote. It comes with it already when you buy the vehicle. So legroom, as you can see, is just fine for a guy that's 6'1", and headroom was fine too. That's the second row in a nutshell. Let's take a quick look up under the hood of the Tahoe, see what we got going on under here. You know, one thing I can tell you folks, the Chevy Tahoe, the reason why you see so many of these on the road every day, they ride so nice. They really do. They're smooth, they feel good sitting in the driver's seat. I mean, it's a nice riding vehicle. And you know, when you go out there and you start looking at all the different SUVs in the marketplace, it's something about the Tahoe that people love, and I really do think it's just the way they drive. I mean, we're riding on a gravel road right now. I can hardly feel the bumps. I mean, look at the camera. It's not shaking around. I mean, it really is a smooth ride. I mean, check this out. You know, what I can tell you, if you live in the Charleston area, then you're watching this video on our website, please come down and visit us at Marchant Chevy. You will be amazed of how nice everybody is on the inside. There really are some great salespeople in there. The owner is here just about any given day of the week. You can say hello to Rob Marchant, and you can really feel like part of the family when doing business with folks out here at Marchant. They got a great selection of inventory as well. I mean, look at all these beautiful Tahoes we got sitting out front. So anyways, before we end the video, let's go ahead and just take a quick look at some of the other vehicles on ground. When you're backing up and you're getting a little too close to something, first you have the indications on the screens letting you know, hey, you're getting too close. But what does Chevrolet do a little bit extra? the seat actually has a little vibrator in it, and when you get too close, it goes bzz, 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 bzz. It vibrates, letting you know, hey, slow down, you're getting too close. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So here's some of the other Tahoes we have available at Marchant Chevrolet currently in March 2018. The white one here, of course, is the Premier package. But one of the most popular selling Tahoes is the Lte package Tahoe. And you know, pricing on Chevrolet Tahoes, they fluctuate. You know, you can go down into the $40,000 range, or you can go like that one up to the $70,000 range. So, and you can get them in 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. Like this particular one here, this is a 2-wheel drive Lte. Price started at $62,520 after 98 over invoice, $59,909. So again, everything just depends on what trim levels you're looking to get on your Tahoe. The next video we'll be doing later on in the month is on this here, the amazing 2018 Chevrolet Suburban. You'll notice when we do the video of the Suburban, a lot of the features and things will be very similar to the Chevy Tahoe. The main key difference from a Suburban to a Tahoe is really size. So I hope you enjoyed the video with us today here at Marchant Chevrolet. You know, the Chevy Tahoe for 2018 is an absolutely amazing full-size SUV. If you have any questions or concerns or anything, feel free to send us a comment on YouTube or on the website and let us know what you thought about the Chevy Tahoe. Also, make sure you visit Marchant Chevrolet, located in Ravenel, South Carolina. We're just 15 minutes south down Savannah Highway past the Citadel Mall in Charleston, South Carolina. So not a very far drive to go to buy a vehicle with a little ease. I'm telling you right now, folks, these are great people out here, locally owned and operated now in Ravenel for over 30 years. Marchant Chevrolet, $98 over factory invoice on all new vehicles, no dealer admin fees, no doc fees, no admin fees, no aspirin needed at all. Car buying really made simple. Come on down and see us today. I'm Chad signing out with Charleston Car Videos. Thanks for watching with us.